got it cheap, nigga. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing. Burns go for 33. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing. Patrick Ewing. Yeah, we got it cheap, nigga. Patrick Ewing.
So let's talk for a second about Harlem. Born and raised, right? So tell me, what does Harlem mean to you?
What does Harlem mean? Harlem is just, it's home. I wasn't born in Harlem. I was raised in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? I was born in Sumter, South Carolina. I was down south. You know, I didn't move to New York until like 5.
Okay.
And when I moved to New York, I was doing a bunch of modeling and stuff like that.
Already,
I wasn't doing no
Mommy
music.
kept you busy.
Yeah, I wasn't. I did homeschool since I was a kid. I never went to regular school. Like, I never did none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was always in the industry. Like, I always was acting. I was doing movies, or I was, you know, a model, or I was always in the industry. I was doing something in the, my parents.
Your parents.
Yeah, my parents had me in the industry at a young age because you know I could act. You know, I'm a fun person. You know, I could do a bunch of different things. So, you know, for me, when I first moved to Harlem as a young kid, just seeing everything going on, you know, to me, Harlem, is just like, it's about getting money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going to be cocky, of course. But I feel like everybody has that cockiness to them. And I honestly, I know this may sound a little bit cliche, but I feel like you should have just a little bit of cockiness to you. But I feel like your cockiness should be a sign of confidence.
I was about to say, confidence is key.
Not cocky, I'm Hollywood,
exactly.
but cocky like, yo, I'm confident when I'm telling you I got that fire.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like in Harlem it's about getting money, it's about being fly. You know what I'm saying? And
you
having a good time, honestly.
Fun, right? You Harlem Home of the Trendsetters is titled the mixtape you dropped a few months ago. But like upcoming, you know, artists from Harlem, and there's a lot of talent right now out of Harlem. You got
It's Nino, Cash Flow, Dub. It's a lot out there. It's a lot. You know
what made you put that tape together and just?
Well, you know, people always be complaining. People have this thing to say, oh, Remo's Hollywood. He don't work with nobody. He only work with the major artists. And it's not that. It's that y'all lazy. Y'all don't work. Y'all don't work.
That's ironic.
Because I would think y'all would work harder than them.
I would think artists coming
y'all don't really work, but then y'all want me to come in the studio and then baby you and do all of this. Nah, I really do this. And I, not to, be cocky, but I'm confident. I have A-list type fire.
Yeah.
So I'm not coming to play around in the studio. I'm coming with ammo.
Yeah.
And if you don't come behind, then it's like, yo, I'm good. Like I don't want to really work. You know what I'm saying? I would rather go in the studio and work with a major artist because I know that I'm gonna get something done. It's gonna get done. That A&R, that president gonna hear that song, that check getting cut, and we on. It's a single. We got a #1 record. My whole thing of really, doing the Harlem Trendsetters thing was because #1, people say I don't work with nobody from Harlem. Cool. I'm gonna gather up people that I like, that I think that are dope, and that are doing the same thing as me. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went and got Dub Oral. I reached out to New Bucks. And these are all people that's buzzing in Harlem. They're buzzing. And they're working. Trap Boy when I started, they're all of them, they're working.
Everything.
Everybody's working. Nino, he's working. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, DJ Spazzo, everybody, they're working. Everybody's moving around. So, my whole, and then I wanted to just show, people always say Harlem, we don't never come together. It's a lot of hate, So I wanted to show, like, yo, we can really come together and make something. Like, come on, Harlem, we ain't that bad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every brother got something bad to them, but, I just wanted to show that, yo, Harlem could really come together.
Dip said a few months ago,
Facts.
2014,
the funny thing is, I've been working, it's so funny with it's so funny with Dipset because I had like a relationship with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like I know Jim for a few years. Because of the Dancing on Me record I did for DJ Webstar.
Yeah.
I knew Jewels because of that song. And then with Cam, I know Cam since I, was a kid because I did Paid in Full. You know what I'm saying?
How was the chemistry? Because, this is like a reunion for them.
I didn't get to be in the studio with them when they recorded that record.
Oh, okay.
But I'm pretty sure it was
Yeah, because it sounds like I hear it.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard, I was like,
You wasn't expecting fire like that?
No, not that. It just that I wasn't expecting them to come on for that. I wasn't even expecting them to even like the track because everything is so. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't expecting them to like it. So for them to go in, I was like, oh, they okay.
Yeah.
Bet. All right.
And I had to listen to the song a few times. I'm like, where's Remo? It says featuring. Is this a typo?
Oh, yeah.
Talk about Mr. Lucky.
Yeah, Mr. Lucky. That's my alter ego.
Explain him.
Mr. Lucky is just he's just like he got like this old man, you know what I'm saying, voice. You know what I'm saying? I he's on the record with Jayyiah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that one is
to do some record, Dipset. Then my single, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I don't know.
I just throw your voice
because I feel like there ain't nobody doing it. So why don't Lane?
Yeah, it is.
You know,
to sound totally different.
Who do you know goes on stage and sing and then do a whole another voice on stage? There's nobody doing. Yeah, I'd be like, wait, he's doing two different voices. I like to be creative. I just do,
Yeah.
do different things.
Now, backtracking a little bit about Trendsetters, they say Harlem is the home of the innovators and Trendsetters. Tell me something that is definitely, you would say, is jacked from Harlem, like came out of Harlem. Whether it's lingo, clothes.
Everything.
Everything?
I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna keep it on. That's how I feel. I be feeling everything. Music too. But that's a political thing. I'll leave that alone. But I be feeling like a lot of the stuff you be seeing, even from these major art, everybody, a lot of the style, clothing, a lot come from Harlem. Like I hate to say it, but when artists come here, they don't go. They're not going. They only going to one borough. They going to Harlem. They want to go to Harlem. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Chicago, the first thing they say is, you from New York? They be like, oh, you know Dipset? That's the first thing they say.
Well,
First thing they gonna say.
And going back a little bit to Paid in Full now, you was Sunny and Paid in Full.
Yeah.
Like you said, you was always acting and things like that. What are some of your memories from that set life, and how old was you?
So I was like, 11? Yeah,
okay,
like
so
11.
you remember.
Yeah, I still remember it. It's so funny. Darnell's, the kid I played was Darnell, but I played Sonny. He was Sonny, but his real name was Darnell.
Okay.
Darnell's mother was there on the set. What was so crazy was when I walked on the set, she just broke out. I didn't know who this lady was.
No, because it's based on the true.
Right. My mom goes in my trailer. I come out the trailer I had to go to hair and makeup. When I go to hair and makeup, the woman just looked at me and started crying. So I look around like, yo, what's wrong with this lady? Like, what's wrong? And then one of the ADs, they was like, that's Darnell's mother. And they was like, their family was like, yo, you remind us of what you look like. I was like, oh. Wow. I was like, wow. I was like, damn. I felt bad. I was like, damn. I felt bad, man. But now their whole family was a good family, man. Good family.
They was there the whole time.
Welcoming, real welcoming.
And warm, and he was Makai Pfeiffer, Cameron. It was a bunch of fun.
Yeah, no, it was a bunch of fun. You know what I'm saying? Working with all of that, it was a bunch of fun. Because we shot half of it in Canada, and then we shot the rest of it in Harlem.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. Yeah.
A lot of scenes are from
Canada. Lennox Terry, we did that in Canada. They thought it was done in Harlem.
Because you had the invitation signs and everything.
We did not do that in Harlem. That was in Canada. It just that they found exact building that looked exactly like it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You guys went
it's
over
amazing what they can do in movies.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wow. And also you had a role you was on Broadway in Lion King?
Right.
Who did you play in The Lion King?
Ensemble.
Wow, you had
2001. I did it for 3 years.
Wow.
Right on 42nd Street.
That is something else.
Yeah.
That is something else. You are so talented.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Voice, everything. That's crazy. Now, let's talk New Wave.
Yeah.
How long you been down with New Wave?
I've been down with New Wave 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, 3. 3 years. Going on 4, actually.
And, like, what's the New Wave mission statement? Like, what can we expect from artists signed to this label?
Fire. You know, I
Fire, period.
You get our ocean flowing. You know what I'm saying? I got this young girl. You know what I'm saying? She's 17. She's from Cali. Her name is Jazz.
Yeah.
She's a talented star. Then I got this other kid named Tay Bell. He's from the Bronx. He sings. He's dope. You know what I'm saying? He brings he got like this. He has this real 90s feel. but it's like more up to date. And he got such a soulful feel, man. That when he sings, it's like real singing. Ain't no studio work done. Like he really can sing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on their projects right now and getting together. We dropped jazz single. It's called About That. And Tay dropped his single called Live Your Wild. It's been doing real good. You know what I'm saying? The streets really getting a good response from everybody. So
starting to follow. And
yeah. I think the problem with a lot of the artists nowadays is really no artist development. A lot of these artists come in the game and just be like, yo, I'm ready. No, you're not. You just sit down. You not
like
ready.
you said about that, like earlier, you was talking about like that mentor that you need sometimes.
Yeah, like
you
need to be you need to be coached. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody had somebody. You know what I'm saying? Michael had somebody. You know, Beyonce had somebody. You know, we can keep going down the list. Everybody had somebody.
Yeah.
But I definitely think nowadays, you know, sometimes you do need some type of artist development because, you know, the way the game is, it's trickery. So you don't want to get caught out there too much. You know what I'm saying? And trying to be like somebody else. You still want to stay true to you, but then you also still want to feed the people. Yeah. You know, you want to feed them what they want to hear because you gotta.
Exactly. You need that older exec or whoever.
Yeah, you know, right. You know what I'm saying? And you know, so that's my whole thing with New Wave right now. We're working on that.
33. Patrick Ewing. Burns go for 33. Patrick Ewing. Yeah, we got it cheap, nigga. Patrick Ewing. Burns go for 33.